Hello. Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. And how have you been? Long time no see. And how
Yeah,
is
yeah,
everything?
I'm doing okay. It's good to meet you after such a long time. I was on a small break earlier, so now I'm back. So good to have sessions with learners again. Yeah, and how is your day going?
Yeah, the day was going good.
Mhm.
And I went outside and I had some work there. And I went through some English stuff, and it was a productive morning for
Oh,
me.
yeah, that's great.
And yeah, later, I headed to work, and just now I back to the I back home and I had my supper.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Supper
what
now?
about you? No,
Okay.
sorry, lunch. Sorry, lunch.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. Very well. And what was that English? What was the English content that you were studying? You told me you had a productive first half of the day.
Yes.
What were you going through?
Actually, I went through the topic which were given by EnglishYaari. It's
Oh,
about fear versus phobia, right?
it's phobias. It's about phobias.
Phobias. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And when I Google it, and I randomly scroll some English stuff, and I learned some, what is fear and what is the difference between fear and
Yeah.
phobia.
Hmm.
And I just recalled some memories from my childhood.
Hmm.
Yes, that
That
was
is
my
what.
morning.
That was your morning. You were sitting and thinking about your phobias, which is good. You did your homework. You've come prepared to the session. That's fantastic. So I think
Yes.
without wasting any further time, since you have already prepared, you've Googled information and you have some personal experiences also. So I want to know, do you have any fears or phobias?
Uh, yes. Uh, you know, I had the fear of lizards.
Ah,
Yes, and actually, I was from village,
huh.
and during my childhood, and I would go to outside for nature calls,
Hmm.
and when I moved to my grandma's home, which is in town, for my intermediate education, 10 plus 2 education.
Hmm.
So there, it is town, right? And there were not open space there in town.
There
But
is no open space in
yes,
village.
there is no open space in town.
Town. Okay.
I just
Okay.
moved to the town
Ah, okay.
for intermediate education.
Right.
Yeah, and there I had to use bathroom.
Hmm.
And when I entered the bathroom, frequently I encountered the lizards.
Okay.
But I had the fear that lizards would fall on me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
generally, what we call lizards, lizards generally mind their own business.
Own business. Yeah.
They don't. Yes, rarely they fall on people. It's very
Hmm.
rare.
Yeah.
But I had the fear that every time it would fall on me when I
Yeah.
entered the bathroom.
I totally understand. Even though we know that it is very rare, we might feel like, what if that rare situation happens with me, right? So everyone fears that, and I completely agree. Now, let's say that you're sitting in a library, and you see a lizard on the roof. Okay, so would you immediately change your position and go and sit somewhere, or would you just continue to wait for that lizard to go away? What will you do?
Uh, Actually, I had the fear in my childhood, and when I grew up,
Yeah.
and my fear of lizards gradually decreased.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and but still, I have the fear of somewhat I have the what we call some level of fear when I see them.
Yeah,
But
that's
when
I
it
think.
compares to my childhood, that was decreased very little.
Okay, it has decreased compared to my childhood. It has decreased.
Yes, it has decreased.
Right. Good for you. Good that you've slowly overcome it. Great. So lizards it is. And is there any difference between a fear and a phobia, or do you think both are synonyms of each other?
No, fear and phobia are not, both are not same.
Hmm.
And I can say that in my point of view,
Hmm.
um, fear is a normal worry of something, and which can be overcome later,
Hmm.
while phobia is an extreme and unreasonable fear
Hmm. Yeah.
that controls your life, and
Yeah.
phobia is harder to overcome, and it's irrational and unreasonable.
Really good. I mean, the way you explained it, I couldn't have explained it any better than you did. You were really good. You used the word irrational, right? So
Yes.
it's irrational, and you also said it's difficult to overcome, which is very true. So that is a phobia. Very nice. Sometimes people use these words interchangeably. If they're scared of dogs, they'll say, I have a phobia for dogs, but that's not right. So good. Do you have any phobias as such? Water, heights, maybe?
No, actually, I don't have phobias. I have, fears. That's it. I have fears. I can
Fears.
overcome. Yeah, earlier I shared you the thing. I have the
Yeah.
fear of lizards.
Lizards, right, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
lizards.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. And I remember when I was in school, I had stage fear. The teachers had to really push me a lot in order for me to go and perform on stage or talk on stage. So, did you also face a similar situation, or were you a confident kid? You liked, addressing an audience. How did you feel?
Uh, Actually, I also faced fear. I also afraid of stage fear.
No, no. I also afraid of
Mm,
stage fear. No, I had stage
mm,
fear.
Yes, I had a stage fear
Huh.
in my childhood.
Hmm.
But actually, in my childhood also, if any annual day, if on annual day and on January 26 and August 15,
Yeah.
and I would give a performance like stage shows.
Yeah.
So gradually, I decreased the stage fear when I performed the stage show.
Hmm.
So when I entered
Instead of
intermediate and
decrease the
when
stage
I
fear, you can say I slowly overcame the stage
yes,
fear. Overcame.
I slowly overcame the stage fear.
Huh. Good, good.
Yeah,
Also, what exactly did you perform? Was it music, dance, drama? What did you do?
most of the times drama. I'm not good at singing, and yeah, I'm not good at it, but I am good at drama and comedy skits, and
Wow.
sometimes motivational speech. I would
Farewell,
give lectures to the juniors.
farewell parties,
Yes,
motivational
unfair.
speeches.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, okay. Really nice. So, do you still do it? Do you give motivational pep talk to your friends, family, or anyone who comes to you?
Yes, and whenever my friends or relatives
Hmm.
who came in person,
Yeah.
and I just tell them, don't feel, don't take it as serious, and it's not a final thing, and you have bright future to go. Yeah, and everything will happen for a reason, and don't stick to that, and you just overcome, and you just change your place and change your mind,
Yeah.
and sometimes take a break and do what you like, and if you like movies and watch movies, and if you like traveling and take a break and go for traveling,
Right.
and if you like your relations and go to your relation
Mhm.
homes, relation house,
Relatives,
like
please. Your relatives.
relatives. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, relative place, and try to watch motivational speeches on YouTube or everywhere.
Lovely. These are like really good tips. The I think moral of the story is take a pause, don't quit. Right? Take a pause. It's okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice. Instead of saying don't take it as serious, you can simply say don't take it seriously. Okay. You can
Yeah.
cut it short and make it simpler. All right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
some
And
really
do
good.
you have,
Hmm.
yes, and yeah, go ahead, something you're
No, no,
saying.
no, no. That's it. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you have any fear in childhood, and how did you overcome your
Uh,
fears?
A fear, I think I've had a fear of dogs mostly, because I have seen situations where a lot of kids in the neighborhood used to get bitten by dogs. So that is one fear that I developed. But after moving to Bangalore, here, the PG in which I lived earlier, I'm talking about 7 years ago, I'm talking about, the area had so many street dogs that we all became used to it. They became used to us. So gradually that fear just disappeared. Now I'm okay. Like, I will not approach any animal or any pet, I will not approach, but if they come near, I won't feel too scared. So that's one thing. Second, I think heights, I'm not very comfortable. It's not a phobia, but I'm, if I'm at a height, I wouldn't dare to look down.
See
Yeah,
down, yeah.
yeah, it might
Okay.
make me dizzy. Do you also feel the same?
Yes, I also feel the same. And whenever I am on a building like
Yeah.
10th floor. Whenever I am on a 10th floor, I was on 10th floor,
Hmm.
and I don't dare to see from
From
downside.
time, yeah, I don't dare to look
Yes,
down.
yes, I don't dare to look down.
Yeah,
Why? Because somewhat what we call I had the fear, and what will happen if I fall down from here? No, I
right.
don't dare. I don't go there, and I don't look from there.
Exactly. It's like your imagination starts to take control
Yes.
of you, right? You start imagining the worst possible scenarios, like what if you fall, what if you faint. So, those things happen. So, yeah.
Yes.
Now, I think a couple of years ago, I went on a trip to Himachal. It was Shimla and Manali. So, there it's mostly mountains only. You explore the mountains, right? So, after that trip, I think the fear lessened a little bit. Yeah, now I'm pretty okay. So yeah, that's it. Those two are my fears.
Okay, great. Did you climb, mountains like
Trekking,
Himalayas?
like the trekking. No, no,
We
no. It
just
was not.
went to trekking.
Yeah, yeah. We just went. It was not trekking as such. We just went exploring. There are some specific tourist spots that they take you. They take you to some valleys, and you
Yes.
just climb to a certain distance, and then you take pictures and stuff. So I just did that, but it was nice.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And do you have any phobias?
No, luckily, just like you, I do not have any phobia that I'm aware of till now. So, no phobia. And this brings me to one very interesting question for you. I'm very curious to know the answer. I will give you four options. Okay, you might have gone through the notes, but I'll give you four options. Tell me which of them sounds the scariest to you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So the first is poverty, which is lack of money.
Yes.
Second is failure at work. Third is loneliness. And fourth one is bad health, physical or mental. So poverty, failure, loneliness, bad health. Out of these four, which is the scariest?
Bad health.
Why? In comparison to the rest, why is this the worst?
Yes, I can share a few things.
Yeah.
Uh, I will first. I will come with poverty, and next one loneliness, and third one, what was that?
Failure.
Failures. Yes, power coming to the poverty, and we can, if we do hard work, and if we do smart work, we can earn money, and we
Not
can
earn,
overcome the
earn. It's earn.
earn earn
Yes.
and the money, and we can overcome the poverty. And
Yeah.
coming to the failures, and failures are not the destinations, and we can try, and you can succeed later.
Yeah.
And right, yeah. And coming to the loneliness, and whenever we are in low, don't feel like it's a loneliness, and you just feel like you have opportunity to speak with yourself,
Oh wow.
and you have opportunity to speak with the nature, and you can speak with the nature also.
Yeah.
And yeah. And coming to the bad health, and surely you need to take rest, and you need to visit a doctor when you are facing bad health.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were quite a debate champion also in school, I believe, because your logical reasoning capacity is phenomenal. Did you take part in debates as well?
No, not official debates, and we just chatting with friends
Yeah, yeah,
on
chatting
any
with
topics.
friends. Okay, so
Yes.
no one would beat you at an argument.
Yeah, my friends are quite intelligent, and few times they beat me, and they beats me, right?
They beat you.
Oh, yeah, they beat me, and a few times I beat them. Yeah, it depends on the subject, and if I had the full knowledge on that subject and I beat them, and if they had the knowledge on the subject, they beat me. And it's like
Superb.
vice versa. Not all this, result or what we call, we don't have the same results, and like vice
Hmm.
versa. Sometimes they won and sometimes I won on any topic.
Very good, good for you. You have quite an intelligent group of friends, and the way you explained everything, like with logical reasoning, this because of this reason, this because of that reason. Very good explanation, and I agree with you. Like out of the four, bad health is the worst, and the second I think would be loneliness because we all want someone to talk to, right? Like you were talking about your friends, so imagine your life without them. It would get boring. Like for how many days can you be alone? Yeah. So
Yes.
who is your best friend? Someone with whom you share everything.
Uh, when it comes to the best friends, and I have many best friends in all the levels. I had the I have best friends in 10th class, and
Hmm.
I have the best friend in intermediate and degree, and coming to my workplace,
Hmm.
and I have a large number of close friends.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not one, two.
Hmm.
And what what they do, right? If they feel low, and they
Hmm.
just make a call to me in
Hmm.
any time.
Hmm.
If it's 1 a.m. also, 2
Hmm.
a.m. also, in the midnight also, they have the freeness to reach me.
They have the
Yeah.
freedom to
Yes.
reach out to me.
Yes. Yeah, they have freedom to reach out to me. And the same way, whenever if I feel low, if I wake up at early morning 4 a.m.
Hmm.
and I feel
Hmm.
bored,
Hmm.
and I just make call to my friends. Even he is sleeping also, and I don't feel like I'm disturbing them. I'm just feeling like I'm going to give recharge, or I'm going to what we call. I just take energy from him, and I will
Okay.
wake up, yes, like that.
Okay. So good. That's you. You're quite a popular guy, and you have some amazing friends, I guess. So good for you.
Yes. And do you have any friends? And can you reach anytime?
Yes, yes, I do. I have some really close friends. It's not a big group, and I'm not in touch with my childhood friends, but these are the friends I made during my college days and at work. Okay, so I can reach out to them at any point. We talk sometimes. If we are on call, we end up talking for 1.5 to 2 hours. Sometimes the phone gets hot, so we are on call for that long.
Yes.
So yeah, there are like I think two people who are very close.
Yeah. And I do one thing, and whenever my phone gets hot, and I
Yeah.
just keep on the loudspeaker, and I speak with friends. I just
Great
on
idea.
loudspeaker.
Yeah, great idea. So I usually plug in my earphones.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
listen
Okay.
because I have this thing that if I put it on loudspeaker, if there are people around me, they'll get all the gossip, they'll get all the tea, right? So
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
want that.
But when we are when we are in a room, and we can go through what we call loudspeaker.
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
but using headphones for a long time also not good for ears.
Hmm. I'm very guilty
Yeah.
of that, sir. I'm really, really guilty of that. Throughout the day, I'm usually plugged into my earphones. So earlier I had wired earphones, so at least there was some control. I used to get irritated with that
Yes.
wire thing and I would remove. Now recently I purchased wireless earphones and now constantly I'm just listening to podcast songs, just roaming around. So it's a bad habit. I should stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very
And
well.
one more question for you.
Yes,
And
yes, please.
whenever you feel low, and how you will overcome that?
When I'm low, first of all, I go out for a walk because when you are in the middle of nature, open sky, open clean air, you instantly feel refreshed, right? So some physical activity like going for a walk, taking some sunlight, cool breeze. And second, I don't talk to anyone because you might have noticed when you're feeling low, if somebody says anything, you might get angry, right? or it might irritate you even more. So I don't talk to anybody for an hour, and I just listen to songs and go for a walk. That's it. How about you? What do you do?
Yeah, whenever I feel low, I go for a long walk. And
Hmm.
apart from that, I make call to my close friends, as I told
Hmm.
you now. If
Yeah.
it is night time or if it is early morning also.
Yeah.
Yes, and how my friends do. Whenever if I feel low, and
Yeah.
uh, they generally ask me, "Oh, why are you feeling low? And
Hmm.
what is the reason?"
Hmm.
And they will tell you the problem to them,
Hmm.
and they come with me solutions in a
Hmm.
what we call in a jovial manner, and they
Right.
don't tell you it is not a serious thing, man. It's
Yeah.
very easy to solve, and why overwhelming, and why you worrying? It's very easy, and I faced this problem 1 year back, and I
Mhm.
just overcome within 1 or 2 days, and it's very easy for you. I'm here for you, and you just I can like that. They give
Yeah.
a boost,
You can say they give me reassurance that everything will be fine. Reassurance means they say, like,
reassurance.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Very
I'm
good.
very lucky to have such friends.
You should be, big shout out to them. They are some really good friends. And you mentioned that you can call them even at night and they'll, late
Yes.
in the night, and they'll pick your call. That's very rare, because as you grow older, people have work, they have their own tension,
Yes.
their own work stress and everything. But if still they pick, gem of people, I can say, gem of a
Yes.
person. Yeah. Very good. Awesome. So and you told me that you googled about phobias and stuff. Did you come across any strange phobia that you would like to discuss or share, something interesting?
No, and I generally went through what we call casual things on, I shared something, right?
Yeah.
A fear and
Yeah, yeah.
phobia. And I read some phobia names
Hmm.
like aquaphobia
Yeah.
and some phobia names.
Hmm.
Yes, that's it.
It's an interesting read. So I'll give you the names. Let's do a small activity.
Sure.
I'll give you a phobia name and I'll tell you the meaning also. Uh, Tell me if you relate to it or not. Okay. Um,
Sure.
First is epistemophobia, which is the fear of knowledge. Do you fear knowledge?
Yes, when it comes to the exam
Oh,
times, I feel that phobia. Not all the times.
not
I
all the time.
enjoy throughout the academic year when it comes to the exam, and I fear out. If tomorrow is the exam, I
Yeah.
get that type
Today
of
you will get
phobia on
the.
phobia. But when I start the exam and I don't get fear, and I just write down, and if I know or don't know, and I attempt all the questions
Yeah.
in my academic years. First of
Hmm.
all, I write the answers which I knew very well.
Hmm.
I write them, and in the end of the exam I write the answers, related answers also. If I don't know the
Wow.
question, I just write the
Something.
related answer,
Related
something,
answer.
not out of the subject, related
Okay.
by
Some basic
the.
information about that topic you'll write, and you'll come very clever.
Yes,
Very, very clever.
yes,
Because then the teacher, I think they cannot mark you a zero if you've written something related to
yes.
it. You might get some grace marks, right?
Yes, some mass, yes.
Very intelligent, sir. Okay, good. The second is ochlophobia, which is the fear of crowds, being in a crowded place.
Okay, but coming to this phobia, I don't have this phobia. I enjoy whenever if I enter into a crowd, and
Hmm.
I enjoy. We have festivals like
Hmm.
Durga Mata festival,
Yeah.
and we have on that day all the devotees come to the temple, and we have the large number of devotees,
Hmm.
and at that time also I enjoy. All are come to the temple
All have
by
come to the
wearing.
temple.
Yes, by wearing new clothes,
Yeah.
and yeah, and they get ready very nicely. Like I enjoy seeing them.
Yeah, very beautiful. I think India, as Indians, I think we're not that averse to crowds, right? Because we're used to it. So it's not a big
Yes,
deal for us. Yeah, true. And the last one is claustrophobia, which means the fear of confined places. Confined means places with very less space to move. You feel like you are suffocating in that space, small room, lift. Some people cannot get inside a
Yes.
lift because the space is very small and they have claustrophobia.
Yes.
They feel
Yeah.
like something is going to happen, they'll stop breathing or things like that. So do you feel claustrophobic sometimes?
Yeah. Related to the claustrophobic, whenever
Claustrophobic phobia.
claustro, claustro.
Hmm.
Yeah. Whenever I enter into the lift,
Hmm.
I feel fear. Why? Because what will happen if the lift stop, and if the lift not works, and
Hmm.
if the lift in condition or not.
Hmm.
We read some newses, and some
Not newses,
lifts are
news. That's it. We read
news.
some
Sorry,
news.
yes, we read some news on paper, or we watch some news on YouTube. Somewhere lift is not working, and some people stuck there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yes.
we see, right?
Correct,
So I
correct. Yeah. I think
I
last.
have the fear.
Yeah, yeah.
I
After
face.
you mentioned, I feel like it's the same because sometimes I read news that I think last year this happened. There was the lift malfunctioned. Okay,
Yeah.
and the rope, the cable which is connected to the lift, it broke, and there was a kid in the lift. The lift just suddenly came down, and
Same.
yeah, the kid got injured. So
Yeah.
the child was alone in the lift. So yeah, I think being in a lift is slightly risky when